What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in this one we're just going to be talking about a few things to be excited for in all honesty for ESports Boxing Club. After the gameplay dropped, I thought it looked fantastic. Because I made a couple of videos talking about it looked brilliant, and there was a few people saying that it didn't look good. It seems to be public opinion was very easily swayed. Marshall Mind made a video saying that it didn't look good. Fanatico came out and said why it does look good, why it does look realistic. Public opinion has kind of changed. People seem to be very sheep mentality at the moment, but I thought all in all, whether your opinion is that you like it or you don't, I think it looks fantastic, especially considering the fact that where the game is now, where the game was when that gameplay was taken, and where the game could be in a month, 3 months, 6 months. I think it looked amazing in all honesty. But this is just a few things to be excited for, and when you really kind of list these things down, when I was writing them, when I was recording, I realized how great this game could really be and how many great small factors it has in it. And yeah, I just thought I'd make it just to kind of shed a bit more positivity onto ESports Boxing Club, because it was a very negative 36 hours of people saying that the gameplay looked shit until Fanatico came out and explained it in depth. I tried on Twitter and I spoke about it briefly in a few videos, but he has done a smashing job of explaining it and kind of proving why, you know, Marshall Mind's video was a bit flawed in a few ways. So, you know, shout out to him for doing that. And yeah, enjoy this video, guys. I honestly, when I was making this video and I wrote everything down, we realized how well these guys have done with not even gameplay, just everything else in general is incredible. But yeah, enjoy the video, guys. So first things first, let's just talk about Steel City Interactive as a whole, the company that are making ESports Boxing Club. They are active in the Discord, they are active in the community, they are transparent with everything. They want the game to work, they actually listen to us, they want what's best, and they care. And we've been wanting that for years. How long have we wanted transparency from Treyarch, from Infinity Ward, from Call of Duty companies? How long have we wanted transparency from EA? And for them to actually listen properly to what the issues are. How long has it taken them to fix simple things? As someone that's don't really play UFC, but I'm a big fan of a lot of the guys in the UFC community. I try and keep up with the ESFL. There is a lot of issues, and it feels like a lot of the big guys, even the big guys, Marshall Mind, Proxys, aren't listened to. Whereas with Steel City, we're forgetting we actually have a company that is transparent. They answer questions on the Discord. You know, they have Aimbot, one of the devs. He's answering questions on the Discord actively. Meme Man 2024 is in there as well actively. Like they're there, they're listening, they talk to us, they tell us things. They, you know, they say if the Discord exclusive is coming up, they might say, guys, we've got something cool coming up, and it doesn't mean it's going to be 45 minutes of gameplay. It does mean, you know, at the end of the day, they're a small company and they are transparent with us. They listen, they do what's best. You know, the reason the rework took so long is because we saw the footwork trailer. People said, I'm not really happy with the strike, and it's a little bit lackluster. So they said, alright, we'll push the game back 3 months. They listened to us. Obviously, yeah, some people weren't happy about that, but they listened and they worked on it. And that, to me, speaks volumes in character for the company and for everyone involved. And I personally was like, wow, they are actually listening for once, a company that fucking listens to us. And I think that is a huge step in the right direction for the future. Yes, the game could come out in early access and not be perfect. That's the whole point of early access. But at the end of the day, that means they're going to listen. You know, it means anyone from someone, they don't care about how many subs you've got. People that don't even have YouTube channels were saying, I'm not really happy with the striking in the footwork trailer. And they were like, all right, we'll rework it. Let's have a look. Let's go back and see what we can do. We'll get some pro fighters in to look and rework it with us. And that's what they're doing. So I think it's fantastic. Then we move on to the game itself. We've got the roster. I mean, I'm gonna make a video about the current roster in the future. But as of right now, there is over 100 confirmed fighters. We know 76 of them, I want to say, or 75, I want to say. I mean, come on, that is crazy. For a boxing game, you need to sign fighters individually to have triple digits, 100 confirmed fighters, 75 that we know, and some of them being the top fighters right now. Alexander Usyk, crazy. Edgar Berlanga, insane. Roy Jones Jr., Terence Crawford, I mean, Amir Khan. We have some really great fighters, some really great legends as well. Joe Frazier, Sugar Ray Robinson, Jack Dempsey, Jack Johnson, some, you know, Floyd Patterson. Some real nuts to butts fighters. And to have a roster with 100 fighters and to have some big names like this isn't 100 prospects. This is top fighters, prospects, mid-range, title challengers, former champions, current champions, pound-for-pound greats, current up-and-comers in the pound-for-pound list. You know, the roster is crazy, and I think even if the game, say, for the online is a bit of a pain to play against strangers, to play with your friends, you're never going to get bored. Let's say I play against someone who's a Joe Frazier fan. Think how many fights I could do against Joe Frazier in a single day without getting bored. There is so many possibilities for great fights to have in the career mode, to have with your friends, to have against the CPU. The huge roster makes things so much better. It expands so much more for a content creator as well. It gives us the opportunity to make so many great fights, so many great stories in a sense, and you know, that's something we need to really be like excited for in all honesty. Let's talk about the career in a sense. Obviously we don't know too much about the career. We know kind of I'd say the outer line. I'd say like we know kind of here when there's all this to learn kind of thing, if you get my drift. We've got the real WBC title. We've seen it. It looks fantastic. We've got the real IBF title, which we haven't seen what it's going to look like in game. If you guys know what it looks like in real life, then it's probably going to be similar, just with a little bit of ESBC Steel City Interactive tweaks made to it. We've got the real Ring TV magazine title. And then we've got the British Boxing Board of Control Lord Lonsdale Challenge title, which, I mean, that's crazy. You know, this isn't the EA Sports World Title of Boxing Defend Championship La La Land. This is a real WBC, real IBF, real Ring TV, real Lonsdale Challenge title. This is pretty mad to be able to be like, look at my fighter, someone I've created in the game. Maybe yourself. You're like, wow, I've got the WBC title, I've got the IBF, I've got Ring TV. I'm a champion right now. In the game world, I'm the unified champion. I hold every title in the weight class. And to me, that is something that's really fantastic. I've never felt like I really won anything with those old games. That's why UFC career is, in my opinion, better than some of the Fight Night Champion careers, because you win the real UFC title. Whereas in EA Sports Fight Night games, you are winning EA Sports titles. That's not a thing. That doesn't mean anything to me. And I'm not obviously going to trash talk Fight Night. It's not about this. It's about things to get excited for this game. And I think those little things, when you really break it down, it is like, wow, that's actually pretty cool, you know. And I think that's, you know, little things like that. You think, wow, that's awesome. You know, they've done a good job with that. Then we move on to, you know, release and things like that. We're going to have early access on the PC. And then they have spoke about the full release being on PS4, PS5, and the last 2 gens of Xbox, which I don't know what they are. The Xbox One and the Xbox One Series X, I think they're called. I don't really know what they're called. Which is awesome, you know. There's not going to be anyone left out. If you don't have a PS5 like I do, you're not going to be left out. If you don't have the new Xbox, you're not going to be left out, which is fantastic. You know, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a cyberpunk debacle where the game on PS4 runs at 3 frames per second and it looks like you're playing the beta version of Minecraft. Like, I don't think it's going to be like that. I think that, in a sense, is great, and the fact they're doing an early access is fantastic. The only reason that early access is not really clicking in people's heads is because the game's got so much hype behind it. People don't quite understand that, which is a bit of a shame, and that's where I think a lot of the toxicity comes from. But, you know, to have it on PC, then have it spread across 4 consoles, PS4, PS5, and the 2 Xboxes, like I said, is amazing. I'm almost certain they said it's going to be on PS5. I wouldn't imagine they'd just do next gen, which, you know, is amazing. No one's going to be left out, which is awesome. If people can't afford the PS5 and they want to play this game, they're going to be like, cool, I'll just go and buy the PS4 for 150 quid. It's not that expensive. I'm not paying full price for the PS4 anymore, and that's absolutely fine, you know. It's that's something to look forward to in all honesty. There's a few Destruction All-Stars. Me and my uncle were like, yes, we're going to play it together. Then I was like, oh, it's PS5 only. I didn't realise that. I thought it was a PlayStation exclusive. I didn't realise it was a PS5 exclusive. We were quite disappointed by that, to be honest. And, you know, to have that spread across all of them, and then, you know, hopefully in the future cross-platform that there's apparently been word of. I don't know if that's true. That would be awesome as well, you know. There'd be no restriction, but all just be able to play each other, which would be epic. And then a bit more on the career mode, as we know, that you're going to be able to sign cutmen and coaches in your corner team and stuff like that, which is, if you really think about it, that is insane. There's obviously going to be, it's going to be based on statistics. It's not going to be like, oh, I mean, it could be, but I can't imagine it's going to be like, wow, me and Jimbo have got really good chemistry. He's a really good cutman. We've got good chemistry. He's not the best, but our chemistry is good, and he you know, I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be statistics. I think it's just going to be like, this cutman has this when it comes to swelling, this when it comes to cut. This cutman has this when it comes to cut, this when it comes to swelling. And I think that's how it's going to work. But still, to sign your own cutman, to do your coaches, and I can't imagine it's just going to be like, Bob has plus 10 speed, Jim has plus 10 strength, Fred has plus 10 agility or stamina or whatever. I can't imagine it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be a bit more detailed than that. But to sign your own corner in total is going to be awesome. So when you're in the career and you get to the point where you're at a world title, you've got used to your cutman, used to your corner, and you're like, these are my dudes. You know, this is me in this game. It feels real. I'm not just with Coach Davis or whatever his name was in UFC 4. I've chose this team around me. We're now here in the world title fight. I'm cut. I trust my cut man. I trust my corner to give me good advice. And that's the thing. If we're doing our own corner and our own coaches, they're going to be giving us advice in the corner. Otherwise, it would be almost pointless. So that's something that for me as a career player is something to really, really look forward to. And the last couple of things, one, obviously we've seen the character creation, and for me that is fucking epic. Like, that is mind-blowing to me, honestly. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I generally thought it was going to be a little bit basic, to be honest, but they have really sunk their teeth into that, which to me, like I said, is a character creation, is a real customization nerd that I know a lot of you guys are. That is fucking epic, and genuinely really excited for that. And I cannot wait to get in and make a series of characters like Ray Taylor, like Drew Dempsey, which are just some great characters. If you guys don't know who they are, I play as them on my stream and my other series and stuff. And then create fighters that aren't in the game, Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, things like that, people that maybe aren't in the game. And for me, that's insane. That's fucking epic. I'm so excited for that. And then we move on to the final point, which is sponsors. We've got real sponsors. Empire Pro Tape, Cleto Rays, things like that. We've got a good... I mean, Cleto Rays is one of my favourite boxing brands. That and Grant are two of my favourite boxing glove brands. I think they're so clean. They're such a nice design. I love it. And yes, EA Sports Fight Night did have them, and there's no denying that. Fight Night Champion did have Grant, and they look fantastic at the game as well. But to have Cleto Rays and Empire Pro Tape, I think that's really cool. Obviously, there's going to be more to come. I have maybe missed some things, but let me know if there's anything that you're excited for that maybe I've missed out. You know, I tried to kind of spend an hour or so writing this list and looking through the website and things like that. Obviously, I didn't want to watch 100 of my own videos and 100 of uploads videos of everything we know so far. And, you know, I just wanted to kind of, off the top of my head, these are things to generally be quite excited for. And alright guys, well that's going to do it for this one. Like I said, I just wanted to try and shed a bit of positivity on the ESports Boxing Club after the kind of backlash they received from 20 seconds of gameplay, which to me is ridiculous because in all honesty, from a boxing standpoint, someone that enjoys watching the sport, enjoys doing the sport, it looked fantastic. It really did. So I thought I'd shed a few things. Like I said, if I missed anything, let me know. Anything like majorly that if you're excited for that I might have missed out. But these were just a few things that I really stick in my head when it comes to, I think, of what's coming in the future when it comes to this game. And really awesome features, you know, everything from, like I said, the roster to the sponsorships is just awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this one, guys. So don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.